Good afternoon, everyone. I know everyone has been seeing our GoFundMe fundraiser for my brother, and I just kind of wanted to give a little update, what's going on with Rick, what he's dealing with, and why we are doing this fundraiser for him. So, my brother has gone to see 2 primary care physicians who have told him that he has leukemia, but they can't formally diagnose him with it. He has to see an oncologist. The primary care referred him in Alabama to go see an oncologist, but that oncologist cannot see him until the end of September. He asked to be put on a cancellation list. They said that they do not do cancellation lists because no one ever cancels their appointments, which is valid. I mean, it's serious when you have to go see an oncologist. So we are bringing him back home to Kentucky. He is moving in with us, with my husband and me, just so he can see an oncologist up here, because it would be very much quicker than what it would be in Alabama. So he already has his initial doctor's visit set up here, and then it's just the process of him figuring out what his treatment's going to be, what type of leukemia it is. Just a little history of my brother's medical issues. He kind of started feeling really bad about a year ago, but he was just like, oh, I'm just getting older. He's in his 40s. You know what? That's just what it is. So he just thought he was getting fatigued and he couldn't do a lot of stuff just because. Well, come about August, September of last year, when he saw his primary care, she became concerned about his white blood cell count. Rightly so. And she said she ruled everything else out. Like, she went through a multitude of tests, a multitude of blood work, trying to eliminate what she could, and got to the point where she's like, I think you have leukemia. Which, before he could go see the oncologist last year, he accepted a job in Alabama. He was following up with this primary care here, and they were doing all the blood, or in Alabama, and they were doing all the blood work there, and it worsened. So his white blood cell count is considered critically low. It's about 2.7. So any medical folks out there would know that that's not good. His platelet count is at 65, which is also not good. Those things, if he was to hurt himself, he would bleed out. My brother has been suffering from a lot of symptoms. So it started with GI issues. He was just having a rough time, not really being able to eat a lot of foods because it would irritate him. And then it developed into a rash that is on his legs, which is a typical leukemia rash. It's a brown rash with petechiae, like little red dots. He has issues with bleeding gums, coughing up blood, and that's been happening the last couple of months. He just hasn't told anybody until this week, because he was not wanting to worry people, because he has to work. He has been having deep bone pain and joint pain that just won't go away. He's fatigued when he wakes up in the morning. When he goes to work, he does a very physical job. He works in the furniture business. He can't do that anymore. He can barely get himself up into the office. And then once he's in the office, he just basically sits there all day because he can't physically move furniture around, do anything that really takes a lot of effort out of him. And he's been having a lot of fatigue, a lot of nausea. He really sweats no matter when he's sleeping or where he's sleeping. So if he's in his bed or sitting in the recliner, he will wake up completely drenched like the bed sheets or the his recliner. That's how much sweating is happening. He just has a lot going on, and he can't physically do it anymore. His wife has actually taken over their finances because he can't figure out how to do things, or he's like forgetting how to do things because his body is just basically fighting itself at this point. So the reason for the GoFundMe is to help get them up here, help them be able to survive with food, because my husband and I are on a fixed income. I can feed 2 people. I can't feed 9. So having the ability to have food, the ability to get the treatment that he needs, and make sure everything is paid for. His wife, since he's so sick, we have to wait for him to be able to even get on disability. So his wife is going to look for a job, and his oldest daughter is too. But here in Kentucky, that's not the greatest, especially where we live. We live kind of like at the start of the mountains of Kentucky, so it's really difficult to really find a good paying job where we're at. It's kind of stuck back in like the 80s, if you want to say that. But I'm trying to help my brother and his family because we just lost our mom last year, and it's been a really rough year, and I don't want to lose my brother in less than a year's time, or a little, you know. I just really don't want to lose my brother. But if you guys have any questions or concerns, or how to donate, or even if you can't donate, if you can share my videos on TikTok, or this will also be posted on Facebook. If you can share my posts just so it can get in front of people, I would greatly appreciate it. And my friend Jen, she goes by Poasis Pain on TikTok. She's also doing a fundraiser for the whole family, so they're able to survive. And I'm also trying to make bracelets myself, to be able to like, if people donate, be able to give them a bracelet to help support Rick. But yeah, that's what's going on, and it's a lot. Thank you guys for listening, and I know it may sound like gibberish, but that's just how my brain's been the last week, because I'm having to deal with what my brother's dealing with, and taking care of my husband, which he's having surgery this week, which is going to make him bedbound, and I take care of my dad too, so it's been a lot. It's been really hard, and I'm freaking out because I don't know, and I'm one that likes to control things, and I can't control this, and it's scaring me. So if you all can just help, pray, do whatever, think good thoughts, just help our family get through this.